Hello everyone, here I am on the cruise ship Holiday, an interesting name. I'm not sure how they came up with it, but I will be sure to make that one of my many missions as we set out on this 6-day spring break cruise. Now, I have tons of things planned for this week, and I hope to give you all a front row seat of what type of vacation you can take on the cheap. You don't have to have a lot of money to be treated like a millionaire on a cruise. Just you wait and see.
As we begin our journey, make sure you visit the buffet on the Lido deck, where they are serving all kinds of Caribbean fare to get you in the mood. Our cruise director, Sean, will be on later to tell you about the many exciting entertainment and dining opportunities on board. I will keep you updated on the weather and our travel time as we glide through the waters to our destination. If you need anything at all, please just let a member of my crew know. Adios!
Well, friends, I am so sorry that our excursion to the Lost Lands was a bust. I'm not sure why they made such a big fuss about a cruise ship full of passengers with cold stocking, but nevertheless, I have tons planned for this next port and nothing is going to stand in.
Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you are aware, we had to cut our trip to our last port short due to some illness reported on board other ships. Let me stress, other ships that were also important. It seems that there is some pandemic going on in the world, and it might be on one or two of the other ships that were docked in port. Needless to say, we are very relieved to report that it is not our ship reporting these things. Unfortunately, we are going to have to skip the next two ports because of similar conditions. We appreciate your patience as we try to figure out what our new plans are. In the meantime, 2 flutes of bubbly and mini sandwiches are currently being distributed to all cabins in appreciation of your patience. I'm not sure what will come next, but as soon as I know anything for sure, I'll let you know. Have a good evening.
Good evening. It's I, your friendly cruise director again. Well, it looks like we're on a trip full of interesting diversions. I'm here to assure you that all our dining facilities, clubs, theaters, recreational areas are still open to serve everyone. We're hoping that this is just a little blip in our schedule, and we're looking forward to making the rest of your cruise as wonderful as the first 2 days have been. Talk to you soon.
Brr, brr, ma, brr, ma. Good morning, everyone. It's me, Miss Biedermeyer, and I'm here to give you an update on our big class trip. Now, as you know, our class cruise to the Grand Sucky Basin was supposed to happen in 6 days, and although the authorities have canceled all classes for the next week, I'm here to tell you not to worry. Classes have been only canceled for this week, and I have just heard that there have been no traces of the virus in Grand Sucky. So pack your things, okay? Because this class trip will most definitely happen. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week.
I'm sorry, folks. I don't know exactly what to say, except please prepare to be here for a while. I know we are coming up on day 5 of a 6-day cruise, with having stopped in no additional ports and having done no excursions. Maybe you can think of it like relocation cruises, you know, the ones you always wanted to take but you could never afford. Anyway, in all seriousness, it looks like we're going to be together for a bit longer. I'm not authorized to return to the U.S. at this time, and no other ports are open, so we are just going to have to stay at sea until further notice. Also, we are going to need to put in some more precautions. I will let Cruise Director Sean explain what those new restrictions are. Have a nice day, and I'll update you again soon.
Hello, everyone. No worries here. There's just a few little adjustments we need to make to some of our dining arrangements and activities. competitors, and 7 audience members. Woohoo! Check in with you later on the bingo updates.
This video is for Tommy. Tommy, hello! Miss Montgomery, hello too. I don't know if you're still monitoring Tommy's email, but if you are, hey! This is Izzy. You know me from childhood and stuff. I'm still on the boat, but we're not moving. And my room smells like potatoes. But that's kind of my fault because I spilled mashed potatoes on the floor last week. And they said they couldn't spare anyone to come clean it up, which is understandable. I just still wish it didn't smell like potatoes. I don't smell like potatoes. Just the room does. So, the real reason I'm sending you a video is to tell you that I will obviously not be returning from the boat in time for prom. So, we cannot attend prom together. And I'm giving you permission to ask Jessica to prom because it seems like you really want to go with her. Oh, Miss Montgomery, don't worry. Your son is not a cheater. Tommy and I are not dating. There are no romantic feelings between us. None. Seriously. But yeah, I can't go anymore. And you should still go and with someone you want to go with, even if that person is Jessica. Jessica is fine. Sort of. I don't know why I said that. I'll edit that out. But yeah, go to prom with Jessica. She's great. And you two obviously have the hots for each other. I see you guys talking, like, all the time. Especially after band. You guys have seemed to really connect since you switched to the bassoon. But, yeah, she's super nice. Seriously, we sat next to each other in Kim last year and she had a good vibe. Oh, funny story, super quick. One time, we were taking a test and she totally fell asleep. Like, during a test. I've never seen anyone do that before. And like during a test, at least it wasn't an AP test, but still, she had like a little bit of drool too. But yeah, go to prom with Jessica if you want to, and I will release you from our prom pact. Oh, Miss Montgomery, Tommy and I made a pact in the 6th grade when we were both losers that we would go to prom together if we weren't in a relationship with other people or in a relationship with each other. Which I know you've teased us about before, Miss Montgomery. You kind of bring it up a lot. Could you imagine? Barf. So, prom. Sorry, I feel like I'm saying prom a lot. Do you ever say a word a ton and it just doesn't feel like a word anymore? Prom. Tommy prom! Sorry. I guess the boat is getting to me. Boat brain. But, I should go soon. But real quick, Tommy, if you don't go to prom with Jessica, or if prom doesn't happen at all, we could, like, do our own prom in my dad's basement or something. Remember when we used to rollerblade down there? We could do that too! But, actually, he got it carpeted. You know what? I'll talk to him. There's a dance instructor on the boat who's been giving virtual lessons, and I've been following along and learning. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So there's that. But yeah, think about it. No pressure, just think about it. I think it could be a fun thing to do, when I get off my potato room on the boat. But anyway, I should go. So, bye, Tommy. Bye, Miss Montgomery. Bye, Tommy! Oh, wait. I already said that. You know what? I'm gonna start over. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone! I'm so glad to see that some of you dressed up for formal night, even though we're not going to be able to deliver the captain's dinner we promised. A way to keep up the spirit! Waiters will be around to deliver your meal shortly. You look marvelous, baby.
Yes. Hello. This is Eleanor Auckland calling from room 9255. Yes, sorry to bother you again. I was just wondering if you had any updates. Yes, thank you. But I knew all about that. The captain was quite clear earlier. I'm up to date on all the the virus information and quarantine details. I was actually looking for a menu update. Yes. You see, your dossier says tonight is formal night, and normally the quality of the food reflects the quality of the attire. I am wearing a lobster-worthy outfit, and you see, I never normally shop at Marco's because I hate waiting in lines, but something told me if I go in there, I would find. Oh, yeah, I understand. I was still looking for a menu update. Yes. Okay, servers will be delivering at 5 p.m. No. I had scheduled late dining, but okay, I understand. By the time the servers get to the 9th floor of the interior cabin, it will be late. Probably be late dining anyways. Wait! What's being served? Oh, wait. Let me guess. Prime rib. No. Let me go with my gut. Lobster! Is it lobster? Oh, I see. Yes, I understand. We're in a pandemic. And for our safety and the safety of others, we don't have access to the ship and must stay in our cabins. Yeah. My mother said I should have sprung for an exterior cabin. She said, if you're going to go on a vacation by yourself, you should at least have a balcony or a window. I laughed when she said that I would go insane with an interior cabin. It's a week, I said, and it's so much cheaper. Well, me tell you, my mother was right, and I hate when my mother is right. I'm crazy without sunlight, crazy without human companionship, and crazy without anything to look forward to. So excuse me for clinging to the small joys of cruise life. I should be going to the Thomas Kincaid sale in the art gallery, or playing bingo in the Sphinx Lounge, or going for a live acupuncture demonstration in the Royal Promenade. But instead, I get to watch the life and legacy of Thomas Kincaid on the television, or play bingo on my phone, or I could perform acupuncture on myself using a safety pin I have tacked to my evening gown to prevent my bra strap from showing. No, that was not a threat. No, that was not a threat. I never went to the acupuncture demonstration anyways. So with my luck, I'd probably paralyze my body, and by the time you found my immobilized body, my bra straps would be showing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm being selfish. I'm safe. I'm healthy. I have the unlimited movie package and free Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Washy washy.
Lobster! Formal night!
I'm doing a piece on cruising, specifically cruising during the pandemic, and I would love to get the crew perspective. Do you have a minute for an interview?
I can't talk right now, but if you come to my cabin, I'll be happy to talk to you. Nobody tells you how small these stay rooms are. I can just turn around without bumping into my bed, and the toilet doubles as a shower. Which is good because we ran out of TP days ago. I don't even know what time it is anymore, 'cause of my Apple Watch, but it fell down the porthole and got eaten by a shark. There's a lot of sharks out there. They just keep circling and circling. It's like they know we don't have long. Someone said that they were nurse sharks, but that even when nurse sharks were hungry, they're harmless. But I don't know what to believe anymore. The tour group from Idaho took the mouse hostage yesterday. The costume, not the kid who plays him. At least I hope they let the kid go, because they were planning on burning the mouse in effigy. I hope they don't set the ship on fire, but we're surrounded by water, so we should be all right. Right? I've been spending my time meditating. There's no TV. I've read all the people's magazines I stole from the store. I do feel bad I pasted them on the wall and cut them with my cuticle scissors with toothpaste. But they're my friends now. Meghan Markle, Billie Eilish, that one serial killer, Cher. I wrote them a song last night as I ate old mushroom pizza and got high on food poisoning. It's a tragedy not to have an exit strategy. Just a menagerie of People magazine celebrities. Oh, it's happening, the nightly wilding. See, I'm steady in place, but the Idaho group, they went furrow fast. Got finger paints out of the daycare, got down to their skivvies, painted each other wild colors, then danced on the captain's table on the sun deck. From the howling, it sounds like they just realized that finger paint doesn't have any SPF in it. I'd offer my prescription kind, but it's expired. Used to make me look like I was wearing vanilla frosting all over. Maybe I'll leave it out for those crazy Idahoans. Maybe if I do that, then they won't make me walk the plank like they did to the group from Florida.
Hello everybody, it's me, Miss Biedermeyer. I'm sure you've heard by now that the authorities have canceled classes for the next month, and that means all class trips too. Yeah, I know, this is really hard. I mean, a lot of you have waited all year for this. I mean, there has to be something that we can do. Come heck or high water, we will still make this the best class trip ever, okay? Stay strong, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Pizzarello again. We still do not have any positive cases on board, but the authorities are still not allowing us to depart at this point. Also, we're going to have to tighten up some restrictions. Cruise Director Sean will be on next to explain. Have a great day.
Good morning, Holiday! For the safety of both you and the crew, we are closing all basketball and shuffleboard for the duration of the cruise. We have also closed all major shows planned in the theater. We're asking that outside of family groups, you stay away from each other. Someone will be around with board games and cards. Be careful what you pick, because there's no sharing, so you must keep it for the duration. Tonight's movie shown in your cabin is Titanic. See, it could be worse. Enjoy!
This all started out as vacation. It's the first one since the twins were born, and I mean, they're 4 now, so you can imagine. It was the getaway we were longing for, but now we can't get away from it. The irony, right? Yeah, having twins was a real test for our marriage, but test? Yeah, lock yourself in a cruise ship cabin with your husband for longer than expected, and no access to the tiki bar. I mean, that's a test. We FaceTime the kids every day. My mother has them. Thank God. Imagine we hired someone to watch them. I mean, a long weekend is one thing, but 14 whole days, that's another. And you know, my mother's 68. 4-year-olds are so much work. They wake up in the middle of the night because they have a bad dream, right? Or they have to go potty, or they just want to snuggle. And I miss my babies. I'm going crazy. I guess it's a bit late for that. I'm already crazy. They don't understand why we can't come back home yet. I mean, try explaining quarantine to a pair of 4-year-olds. Try explaining a virus, or that we can't get off this boat, and that we don't have it, and we're not sick, and we still can't get off because we might have it, but no, don't worry, we don't have it. It's... When we FaceTime, the kids cry, and then I cry, and then my husband cries, and then my mother cries, and she's just left with some crying babies, and she has to tell them, we don't know when Mommy and Daddy are coming home. She has to tell them that and then deal with the fallout. She tells me that it's all going to be okay, that we got to stay strong, that we are going to get out of this, right? But I can't. I feel like I can't breathe. It's the virus, and it's making me feel this way. I don't even have it. I don't think.
It is I, the magnificent Mysterio! And they canceled all the outdoor activities. You do not know what this means to me. I am a cruise magician. I do magic! But without an audience, I cannot do magic! 10 minutes ago, I made the Ace of Spades appear in my stateroom mini fridge. But was that magic? No, because no one else saw it except for me. And I know how I did it. There was no one to go, ooh, or Mysterio, have my number, I'm in love with you. Which totally happened. I mean, I am the magnificent Mysterio! I was so excited for this trip. 6 months cruising around the Caribbean, performing for all the different types of passengers. from the elderly to the retirees to even the grandparents. I never expected to be quarantined in my room with the coronavirus. Why can't we be like every other cruise and get the norovirus? I just made this slightly used container of sunblock appear right in my hand. If anyone else were here, they'll be amazed. They'll be awestruck. But I know that I keep this up my sleeve at all times, and just in case I need to impress someone, I roll it into the palm of my hand and present it. There. That's it. No magic. No electricity. Just some practice, a shuttle pass, and long sleeves. But this got me thinking, if I can't do magic, am I still a magician? Am I still magnificent? Am I still mysterious? Hello, Reba McIntyre. Pick a card. Any card. Got it? Oh, good, you lovely lady. Is this your card? No response. Can you believe it? I'll be strolling around the Lido deck and people would erupt in applause. That's it. I can't do it anymore. Please stop calling me Mysterio. My real name is Ned. I'm 28 years old. I'm single, and I'm still in debt for doing theater school. Magic gave me this persona, this awe-inspiring confidence to take on the world. But deep inside, I knew I was never that confident. All I was looking for was validation. Boy, that felt good to just be honest like that. This is me, world. Warts and all. Wait a minute. Did I just make my ego disappear? Huh. I just made my ego disappear and I didn't even realize it. Might still very well be the greatest magician of all time. I'm back, baby. Mysterio. Out.
Ahoy mateys, it's me, Captain Biedermeier, and I'm here to tell you that we are having our class cruise right now. Yeah, I know, we're not allowed to leave our houses, but at least we can use the magic of the internet to help us have our own virtual cruise. Here it is, our ship. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, and look at all the different worldly passengers on the ship with us. Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Paws, and I'm here to tell you that I'm from a nation with different customs than yours. Wow, Mr. Paws, we just love your accent. There it is, the beautiful Grand Tucky Basin. It's even more beautiful in person. Everyone, let's get a selfie. Boy, am I tired. We should all turn in for the night, everyone. All right, thank you for making this the best class trip ever. I'll see you guys soon.
Never would you believe you'd hear the words I'm about to say. But it seems so easy to say them now that I can't actually see you. I wonder why. But anyway, I'm gonna try to talk to you right now and hope that mother-daughter connection pulls through. Not that we've ever been connected. I'm far too busy for that. Too concerned with other things I thought were more important. Too selfish. But whenever I've needed you, you've always been there. So here goes my best try. The day I departed for this cruise, I pushed the pause button and escaped from all my captives. My AP courses, finishing my senior year when everyone should know we've already checked out by spring break. And you, and now I'm held captive on a ship with a lot of people I don't know. So, I don't know what I want. But I do want to say this. What I want is you. I'd gladly accept you kicking me out of the kitchen because I'm in the way more than I'm helping. And I give you a personal invitation to embarrass me in front of my friends when you join in us spontaneously singing and dancing. And I want to laugh with you, even though what you think is funny is actually corny. Like when you were telling me about the ever-pretentious Miss Goff trying to introduce Mr. Peabody, a guest pianist, who was about to play for a crowd in church, and instead she said, "And now Mr. Playbody will pee for us." I was too cool to laugh with you, but then you started laughing and I couldn't hold back. I miss your laugh. When I get home, I want you to repeat every annoying cliche you've ever said to me because they're all replaying in my head right now. Worrying will never change the outcome. Put your positive pants on. Will this matter 5 years from now? I never told you, but I kind of like those cliches. I even find myself repeating them to my friends. But for some reason, I couldn't tell you that. When I want to say the right thing, I can't. There's this stubborn thing inside me that I can't always say how I feel. So, while I'm here, I want to say this. I'm so sorry I never told you just how proud I am to have you as my mother. I love you.
I stole this. I'm trying not to steal everything right now. I'm changed. I am. I just feel like a little depressed and I think to myself, maybe I would feel better if I had your ring. Don't worry. I'm washing my hands. Everything is fine. It wasn't even a real diamond. I wonder if she knows. Maybe I should tell her, look, I'm having a hard time right now. Just leave me to my little vices. You don't need that coat or that chair or that leather handbag. My wardrobe has doubled in size. You can see people about to say something when I'm wearing their clothes, and then they don't. Don't want to get too close, maybe. Or maybe they just don't need it as much as I do. I do. I need it all. Give me all your everything. Who knows what tomorrow brings? I was doing really well, too. I was calm. I was not stealing things. I had a program, and I was sticking to it. And then, well, you know, life throws you curveballs, and I was never really good at baseball. I stole home once, and then they asked for it back. Sorry, that joke. Look, we all lose people. I just want something in return. And yeah, in bulk, it won't make me feel any better, but it does make me feel a little good. At first. That's the problem, isn't it? Because I hate myself for taking it, but also, look at that. That's pretty. And tomorrow, I won't like it as much as today, but maybe I can find something else pretty. Look at you. You've got all kinds of pretty things, don't you? Just don't look away for too long, because I'm going to take some of those things. Look how scared you look. You're hilarious. Relax. You don't need any of those things. I do. I need it all. All of it.
Hey, have you seen my watch? It's one of those fitness ones that counts your steps. Real chunky, bright blue band. And I know you're gonna say it's in my room somewhere because you know it has to be in my room somewhere. It's not like we've been ashore recently. But the band gets itchy, so I take it off places. And I do like to walk. I mean, I like to run. I'm actually training for a marathon right now. Half marathon. It's canceled now. But did you know you can't run on ships like anywhere at all? Did you know that? It's like a law or something. You can't run on ships. So what do you do when you can't run? You walk. That's what. And the ship staff, the captain or whatever, said it's fine as long as you don't touch anybody. No interaction. The 6 feet, right? But it's fine because most people are too scared to leave their cabins anyway, so I can walk wherever and it's fine. Did you know most people walk 10,000 steps in a day? You know how many I do? I do 20,000. 20,000 steps every single day. And you know how long it's been since I've broken that streak? 4 years. I could actually tell you the exact number of days. There's this app, the app that keeps track of it. What? This is 1,499. That's my streak. And if I don't find my watch, it's gonna break the streak. It's gonna break the streak because there's no other way to put that in there. And I know that 1,500 is just a number, but it's 1,500. And if I don't find my watch, then I won't get my steps. And if I don't get my steps, I won't get my streak. And if I don't get my streak, what am I even doing here? Huh? I'm just walking around. What am I supposed to be then? The official cruise ship ghost wandering around like some third-rate Harry Potter character. I'm sorry, it's just the streak, you know? This place feels haunted. Do you ever feel like that? I hear voices sometimes. Whenever I walk around on deck, people in the balconies below me, talking or crying, even singing. But I can never make out what they're talking about, or they're crying. The ship feels spooky. This whole, I don't know what to call it. It feels spooky. Very, very Act 1 of a zombie movie, and I hate zombie movies. But my watch, my steps, my streak, I know it's dumb, but it's normal. And right now, I need normal. I need my watch. It's chunky, and it's blue.
I saw you take a watch from one of the other passengers, and I won't tell on you, but do you mind if I interview you for a social media piece that I'm working on?
So I'm a kleptomaniac? Like a for real one, not like, oops, I stole a pen one time off of Sandy's desk. LOL, I'm such a klepto. No, I have a legit diagnosis and everything. I steal stuff. It's just what I do.
Why?
Why? I have no idea. It's not because I can't afford what I'm stealing or because I get any rush from it. It's because I want to. No. Scratch that. It's because I need to, so... yeah. My therapist wasn't super excited about me going on this trip, and I was like, whatever, what do you know about my life, man? And he was like, literally everything, and I was like, good point. So I decided to go on this trip because I thought I could handle it. But the first night here, I stole 13 forks, 3 spoons, a bottle of sunscreen, and this really crummy watch that's either super expensive or it's from Walmart. I can't tell, and I really don't care.
But does it make you feel any better?
Doesn't make me feel any better. No, stop asking dumb questions. You're clearly missing the entire point of mental health. And then we heard about the quarantine, like the announcement over the loudspeakers, that meeting we all had to go to. It's weird hearing about this super contagious disease while we were all packed together like sardines. It's dumb. I stole this magazine from this lady's purse while she was talking to her husband about her kids. I guess she has like 4, and she's worried about them. And I thought it wasn't that big of a deal until we started wearing masks and gloves. Then we couldn't leave our rooms. And people were on the phone crying and talking to their families, and I was just like, well, crap. And then I opened my dresser drawer and I saw all this stolen junk I had, and I was like, what am I doing? So I decided to text my therapist, and I was like, I'm in a weird situation. I'm gonna return some stuff to people. And he was like, that's really good, Jay. And I was like, I don't know. I guess for a moment I felt this sense of relief, because I steal stuff as a compulsion and it never makes me feel any better afterwards. I guess I felt happy's not the right word. Calm is better. And I never feel calm. So I'm returning everything, except nobody knows I'm doing it, so I'm like reverse stealing it. And probably nobody cares, but I do.
And if returning all that random junk somehow makes me feel better, then I guess I did something good. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to talk to my therapist about this. Provided I don't have the coronavirus and keel over and die in the next 3 minutes. Kidding. Except not. I'm not kidding at all. So, yeah.
Hey, you gotta get me out of here. I mean, I'm not a real doctor, but I am. Sorry, let me start over. Hi, I'm Dr. Jason. I'm a plastic surgeon. Now, you might be wondering, what's the plastic surgeon trying to cure coronavirus for? Well, kiddo, Dr. Jason doesn't know either. Oh, why didn't I just keep my stupid mouth shut? But no, I just had to go brag about being a doctor to some girl. Next thing you know, crew staff are looking for someone with medical experience. And she lights up like the 4th of July because, oh hey, she just so happens to know someone that's a doctor on the ship. You understand, right? I'm totally out of my league here. I mean, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I just wanted a vacation. I worked hard for 8 years of my life for my degree and another 8 just to pay it off. I finally saved enough just for a few days and this cruise, and now I have to go back to work. What kind of a nightmare is this? And now I spend all my time cooped up with this lady and her banana perfume. Yes, I know it's not really banana scented, but you try telling my nose that. She practically insists on bathing in it. And I don't know what I can do anymore. What can I do? I mean, I can't just leave. Or can I? Listen, I'm planning on breaking out of this joint, but I need your help. First, go to the head doctor, make eye contact with him, break him. After that, once he's unsettled, I want you to cough as violently as you can. Don't hold back. After that, I'll just so casually walk right in front of you, letting all your cough germs get on my face. After that, it's just a matter of, my face! It burns! And then I can finally get back to my wonderful non-work related vacation. All right, ready? Wait, where are you going? Come back! Come back!
But you don't understand. I'm not one of the unwashed, uncared for, and overall weak immune system. You know, the buffet hogs and the... Fine. Absolutely fine. I got all the vaccines on time. I went to the doctor on precisely the same day each year. I eat an apple a day, slurp clear broth once a week, and I squeeze my own oranges for juice every morning. I exercise 3 times a week, using a regime personally tailored to my specific body type from a trainer from the school from physical perfection, an Ivy League university. So, this quarantine isn't meant for people like me. People who take health seriously, with a capital S. People who care about their bodies. I too much. They probably think too much about it. But that's not the point. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I'm not a quarantine type of person. I'm above the need for a quarantine. And you know, those little rubber boats, I wasn't stealing. Those are for public use. You know, like a public water fountain at a park. But of course, I would never use a public water fountain at a park. You know, because germs. But, and you never know if the water's properly sterilized or not, but, you know. I only drink the best. Perrier all the way. You know, baby. You know, not that LaCroix knockoff or that Brita filter stuff. No, I only drink the best. The way, the how, Perrier. No, that was nothing. Just a small aberration. You know, just a small. No. No coffee here. Just probably the remains of a raw carrot. Yes, I only eat my veggies raw to preserve all the vitamins and the health. So, as I was saying, is there an extra bed in the nurse's office?
Good afternoon, everyone! I know you are all sick of the rules and social distancing. Believe me, I feel like a fish out of water with no activities to plan. I know we're all getting a little stir-crazy, and the worst part is you're missing all the events back home and just want to get away from this holiday. But I promise you, the captain is doing everything in his power to get you back on dry land. Just show him up for a little while longer.
Hey Janie, it's Josh. Just calling back from our last convo, cause I figured you wanted to answer. So, yeah. Sorry, that was awkward. I'm just, and just so you know, I'm still doing fine. Healthy, not infected. Hopefully they'll let us off the ship in the next week. That's the rumor anyways. Who knows? And you're right. Cruises are terrible. I'm having a terrible time. And I understand now why you didn't want to come. Because you could have been stranded alone for weeks with no end in sight during a pandemic, which is terrifying. So, well, I feel like I should address the elephant in the room now. The reason I'm calling you, because I know you've been waiting for an answer. So here we go. The answer is, I think so. And I know that's not really romantic. I know when someone proposes to you, you're supposed to be like, yes, or yes, 1,000 times yes. And I know that we've been dating for 10 years now. This has been on our minds for a while. And I know that in some ways, now would be a great time to get married. Why not? Extend the world. And if we have to be in isolation, we should do it together. As a unified front. Love is a battlefield. I always love you. These are all great reasons to get married. But I wanted to explain why I hesitated. And why it took me a few days to get back to you. So I'll try to explain that here. Okay, first off, it isn't really the end of the world. It's just a very hard time. And no one should do anything too rash just because the world is scary and different. And if you told me you wanted to go skydiving, well, and you felt like you had to do it right now because you didn't know if the world would be around the next year, well, I would highly advise against it. Because who's flying you? How well trained is the pilot? A parachute's even being tested properly right now. And furthermore, does your skydiving instructor have COVID? Because in all likelihood, you'll be strapped together way closer than 6 feet. And I just read a tweet that said there was an Alabama aviation school where everyone was infected, okay? So clearly, if you told me you wanted to go skydiving, I'd say no. Even though it would be the last time we will ever be able to go skydiving, no. Because I've done the research. I know the risk. And the question you asked me, should we get married, deserves, research and thought. And I realized the comparison doesn't really work. But one requires a leap of faith. I mean, one literal and one a metaphor. They both require a parachute. So, well, I guess marriage doesn't really require a parachute. Never mind. I'm just scared. More scared than I've ever been. And I know that marrying you should be a no-brainer, but I'm letting fear control me. And I shouldn't. But it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry I didn't say yes. The answer is yes. Yes, I'll marry you. Once I get back, let's find an online minister and get... Oh. They're calling me. Well. Hello?
Hey. I don't mean to be putting more pressure on you. I know you're super stressed out right now and that you tend to think and overthink things when you're stressed. And that this is obviously like the most stressful situation. And so if you need more time, then...
The answer is yes.
Wow. That's... You seem so sure of yourself. I expected a long explanation and hand-wringing and...
Not this time. I love you, Janine. Let's get married.
Okay. Well, great. I love you too.
I left you a message. Would you mind deleting it?
Well, everybody, I hope you're doing okay since our virtual ship was quarantined. Apparently, Mr. Paws was infected with the virus, and so just to be safe, I rounded up all the other passengers and set them on fire. I know this is hard, but we're Americans, darn it, and everything is going to be just fine. And before you know it, everything will be back to normal. I'll see you soon, okay? Adios, amigos.
Hey everyone! Miss me back home? Miss you, we barely recognize you. Hey, yeah, I know. The sea's been rough on me. My eyes have gotten googly, I've sprouted fuzz, and I seem to be made primarily of textiles. You wouldn't think life on the ocean would turn a person into textiles, but look at me! I'm your worst dirty laundry nightmare. I'm your laundry! Come alive! Hey, who's behind me? I'm your handler. Get it? Handler? Yeah, you're a comic genius. Would you mind? I was telling the folks back home about my transformation. Nice. Becoming single was the best thing that ever happened to you. If you were still a pair, I'd be wearing you! If you were a pair of socks, you'd be on my feet!
You know, you should really laugh at my jokes. Because I own you. I literally bought you. To where? I could throw you out this porthole. No, you can't. It doesn't open. It doesn't open? Seriously? You know that. You know everything that I do. Yeah, I do. Aw, don't be sad. I'm your laundry. Come alive! That was a nice bit. I appreciate your efforts, but we're trapped here. Not forever. Feels like forever. I'm a talking sock! And I'm talking to a sock. Yeah? Well, who else you got? Makes complete sense. What if they never let us leave? What if we're trapped here? Viruses have lifespans too, you know. We just gotta outlive the sickness. Make sure we do our push-ups. You look ridiculous. You know, this was supposed to be a really fun cruise. I was supposed to meet new people. People I wasn't going to be able to run away from. Because I have this problem. I meet someone I want to get to know better and I suddenly can't say one thing to them. It's like I know I'm going to make an idiot of myself, so I just clam up. Clam. But I thought, if I had to see these same new people every day, and they couldn't run away any more than I could, I might just be able to relax without worrying about acing first impressions or second impressions even. You know, maybe not be such an awkward kook. You? An awkward kook? Now I'm not meeting anyone. I can't leave this room. I'm stuck, trapped with my awkward kook self. And don't tell me this is an opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons, because there are no lemons. And there's no redeeming fruit in all of this at all. I agree, I guess. We just gotta roll with the waves. You know? Roll with them. You feel them? Feel the waves beneath us? Rolling? They just keep going, don't they? Do you feel the beautiful ocean breeze? Listen to all those exotic walruses. Do you smell the salty seawater? Oh my gosh, it's President Abraham Lincoln. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. Everyone, the president says it's okay if we all go in for a swim. Come on in, everyone. The water's fine. Everything's just fine. This is the best class trip ever!
Sorry, only have a few minutes to talk, I'm afraid. I gotta keep moving. Welcome aboard the Rebecca, cruise liner serial number AK7-34 Alpha Cosine Omega. Nearly 2 miles of pure titanium alloy and solar sails, powered by 14 jump boost engines specifically designed for the leap between galaxies. Moving steadily along this 2-year plan between Earth and Alpha Centauri, the Rebecca offers a pure power cruise for the system elite, the 1% of the 1%. All for the utter pleasure for the richest fools in the galaxy. And me, the biggest fool of all. Fool to think things could change. Fool to think I could move on. Under this bright future we all share. I've introduced myself. That's on purpose. I'm not used to giving my name out in the public. I'm not starting to either. You can call me X. You may never heard of me. That's on purpose too. The authorities wouldn't want the broadcast that the likes of me exist. After all, I am the greatest thief in the galaxy. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I needed the things I stole. I just wanted things. I loved things. I loved having things. I loved using things. I loved surrounding myself by things. I'm the last of a dying breed. Not the ones who are happiest by benefiting others, but by benefiting themselves. By Cecilia, que bono, or who benefits? And the answer is always me. In the expanding galaxy of activists, do-gooders, and self-righteous right-thinkers, I stick out like two sore thumbs. How could I not? My targets were the richest of the rich in shaping this brand new existence. If it were a trinket, it'll already be mine. It was just a matter of when, and they knew it. They all knew it. Yet, they wouldn't acknowledge me. I mean, why would they? I planned on doing this my very long life. It's what I wanted. That was the plan. Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face. And I got hit hard. It was the perfect heist. The prince of a thriving South American country, growing rich and fat in the tech sector, had just gifted his wife a single ruby for their first anniversary. And what a ruby! Forged in the heat of a pure red sun. It was big as my heart and just as valuable. After more than a year of surveillance, I found myself in a place I knew all too well. Suspended thousands of feet in the air, upside down, in front of the penthouse window. Dozens of alarms were cut the night before. Gaining trust and paying off lifelong service was all part of the plan. I knew the schedule down to the second, and the 175 lock combination of the safe was encrypted on my contact lenses. Just with everything else, the ruby was already mine. It was just a matter of when. I reached my hand out toward the safe when... excuse me, a voice said from across the room. I spun around, hands still reaching out to the safe. My eyes darted to the bed, which was supposed to be empty. Lied an old woman, clutching her bed curtains aside. Excuse me, she said. Can I help you? Her voice was so sorry and so full of pain. Her hair, tarnished gray, like silver, sweat matted upon her forehead. Her eyes filmed over gray, covered with cataracts. She was blind. She couldn't see me. Yet, in the heat of the moment, I knew that she was the prince's mother. I heard she was sick. Reports were she was a few days close to death. I'm sorry, I was feeling a bit dizzy and I decided to come in here and lay down. Do you work for my son? Yes, I stammered. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm so sorry to have bothered you. Please forgive me. Of course, ma'am. What could I have done? But before you go, can I please ask you something? Again, what could I have done? As I came over, I reached for her hand. Her flesh on her hand sagged upon her bones. Yet, her fingers held my hand in a tight grip. Keep it safe, she whispered, so desperate. Keep it safe. Keep what safe, ma'am? As I whispered, my eyes on my exit window. My heart, it's here. I couldn't help asking. Your heart, ma'am? The ruby! The sun has passed it on. I saw nothing else now. Not my exit window, nor the hallway door. Just her now. I leaned forward. I couldn't help it. She let go of my hand and she fell asleep. I backed away from the bed, my eyes only on her face. I don't remember how I got out, nor what happened next. None of the alarms were ever cut. No one knew I was even there. And then I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. The fun, the thrill, the pure joy of it was gone. I left it all behind in the safe with the old woman's white eyes and the ruby. As soon as I got back, I booked a one-way ticket to Alpha Centauri on the cruise liner known as the Rebecca. As cliched as it sounds, I was hoping for a new life, a new start. But my grandmother used to say that people never really change. Although they kept my existence secret from the general public, too many of the rich and powerful knew me. As soon as I stepped aboard the Rebecca, I was tagged by 100 hungry security cameras and 1,000 hungry eyes and minds, all with their trinkets, jewels, and other do-goodies. It didn't take long for things to go missing. Not by me, of course. Probably some copycat hoping to take advantage of the distraction my presence is causing on board. I woke up the next morning to find a 12-man security team heading down the hallway toward my apartment, looking for me. I've been on the run ever since, but I know I can't do it forever. It's a big ship, but we're still 2 years away from Alpha Centauri. Could try to tell them about the old woman's white eyes and her heart in her safe, but they wouldn't believe me. I mean, people don't really change, do they?
I did it. I swear I did it. Yes, you're right. I had no right to touch your possessions. I get that. Please, you don't need to call anyone, the captain or the purser or whoever. I can explain. I get how you're confused. Yeah, see, I know you've been looking for it because I stole it. I stole your watch off the bench 3 days ago and you had no idea it was me because, well, I'm decent at my job, and cruise ships, they're pretty easy pickings. Crazy. The first time I get caught, I was actually trying to give you your stuff back. Okay, I get it. You have to call somebody. I won't try to ride. Where am I gonna go? For the record, I'm sorry. I'm sure the whole theft put a black mark on your vacation, and along with the quarantine, I'm sure it made this really bad vacation for you. Sorry.
Why?
Why? To be honest, it's a living. I'm not proud of it, but it puts bread on the table.
No. Why'd you give it back?
Why'd I give it back? That's a tougher question. I hadn't planned on it, not before the quarantine at least. I mean, I kind of have a system. You know, contacts at the port, so way to fence things in so they don't hang around for too long. It's a business. As sad as it sounds.
I'm not gonna call anybody.
You're not?
No.
Are you sure? I deserve it. Thank you. Okay, are you sure? You're sure, right?
Get a grip.
I will. I'll keep my hands clean. Bye. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Make sure you watch today's safety briefing. Some of you are still having issues understanding what self-isolation means. Protocols are changing, and we just want everyone to be safe and healthy so we can return home as soon as possible. We are here for you and welcome you to another beautiful day on board the Holiday. Jeez, these people. They act like it's our fault that this is happening and we don't understand about a worldwide pandemic. The captain's sick now and I'm doing the best I can to keep us afloat, but I need some cooperation. I can't wait to get off this boat before I... What? Oh. Sorry.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? I keep seeing glimpses of you out of the corner of my eye. A flash or a flicker. A sense of something nearby. A friendly presence. At least, I hope you're friendly. I've been cooped up in this tiny room for 12 days and you haven't been unfriendly. Yet. So I'm gonna be optimistic. The other night, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? What even is time anymore? My watch went missing. See, it was on my bedside table, and then the next morning it was on top of my closet. Was that you? Are you playing games with me? You know, I noticed you on the second night of quarantine. The Wi-Fi was out and I was freaking out. My chest got all tight and I couldn't breathe. And I couldn't think and everything was spiraling out of control. And I was just so alone. But then I felt something. I looked up and I didn't see anything. But I felt you. And I knew that I wasn't alone, that at least somebody would be here for me. I've been too nervous to talk to you. What if you float away and I never get to feel your presence again? I think I'll call you Clarice. Yeah, my friendly little ghost companion Clarice. I wonder how you got here. Oh my God! Did you die? this room? In this bed? People die on cruise ships, you know. They just toss them overboard. Did they toss you overboard, Clarice? Are they gonna toss me overboard? Am I gonna die on this cruise ship? Is that why you're here, Clarice, to let me know that? I don't want to die on a cruise ship, spending my last hours in this 20 square foot room with crappy meals delivered to my door and talking to a ghost. This room is basically a coffin, right? So much for a nice solo trip to the Bahamas. Can't believe I spent my credit card points on this. No, you're right, Clarice. I'll be fine. This is fine. I'm young, I'm healthy, I don't have to worry about this. No worries. Just boredom. Boredom and talking to ghosts. You know, I think I like you, Clarice. I hope you stick around. Keep hiding my watch and I'll keep finding it. And when I finally get to leave this stupid room and go back to the real world, I hope you'll come with. Huh. The real world. What even is that anymore? I mean, is this real? Are you real? Am I real? Hey everyone. You know, I've always wanted... Never mind. See you.
Palamon? Palamon, are you there? Don't make me yell. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be quarantined in my stateroom. I'm ready to jump. I was a championship diver. Third in the Moore, Minnesota League. There were 4 of us. But I can do this. Just jump and I'll hold on to you and I'll catch you and I'll feed you fish for the rest of your life. Or rather, the rest of my life, because you're a god and will live forever, and unfortunately, I won't. Palamon, I saw you in the tiny window. I saw you swim by, you and a whole bunch of your dolphin friends. It's called a pod, right? When there's a flock of dolphins. You're in a dolphin pod. I'm on this pod, see? This humongous pod. They call it a cruise ship, but it's really just a virus ship. And I'd rather not stay any longer. Palamon! Palamon, please come back. You're sworn to protect anyone on the sea journey, and I need protecting. I need to get off this pod! Oh, come on. You could at least be impressed that I know my mythology and which god to seek. I bet you that you were forgotten. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I think you're hot. Like, not just cute, but blazing hot. Like, you could be on one of those fireman calendars, you know? If you come closer, I'll tell you more secrets. Fine. Betray all you stand for. If I am left here to die, I will make sure I badmouth you all over social media. Fake God, imposter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just scared. I really need to get off this death ship. I hear the crew. Palamon! Palamon, come up for air! Palamon! Yes, I think I see you! Yes! Ready
No!
or not?
Don't! Those were Flintstone vitamins. Really, and they were expired, but you can't tell the difference. Why am I chugging Flintstone vitamins at the end of the world? Because they're multi-purpose. Many unknown purposes, and well, I might need their magical properties as I cross to the other side. Kind of like the ancient Greeks when they put coins on the eyes of their dead so that they could pay the ferry toll ride to cross the river. Sticks. Coins on the eyes of the dead. It's grim, but I like it. Because it's a plan, and plans are good. Or like the ancient Egyptians when they would mummify their dead so that they could be preserved in the next life. That's really smart. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Except instead of cloth, I'm going to use the rarest and most valuable commodity in our society, TP, the chosen paper of the porcelain gods. Consider this our last dialogue. My last communication with the world. Although, to have a dialogue, you really have to have two people, and it's just me, so I'm not really sure what you'd call this. Monologue? No, that just doesn't seem right. But someone out there is listening, right? Yeah, there's someone out there, and they see me, and they see this, and they know that I'm here, and that's comforting on some level. That's gotta be comforting. Totally comforting. At the very least, someone out there will see this and know that I existed. A digital time capsule, if you will, but what's really left to say? I already texted every single person in my contacts. I sent them a very simple message. Thank you. Nothing fancy, just thank you. A lot of people got it. It took 78 minutes. Some people didn't answer, which I get. I had no hard feelings. But others took it as an opportunity to engage. They responded back with messages like, I love you too. Thanking people is important. It might just be the most important thing we can do. The only gift we can leave behind. A simple gesture of kindness and gratitude. So to anyone out there who's listening, thank you. And if you need a wipe, well, feel free to unwrap me. Now, it's time to disappear. Completely. Time to say goodbye. I'll see you on the other side of the river. I am gone.